All right, Ben Simmons spoke for the first time in training camp today, saying it's important to make shots, but it's more important to win. I think Doc and Sam will put me in the right positions in going with the flow of the game. Obviously, a lot of changes now with the Sixers team. Max, how badly do the 76ers need Simmons to get his jump shot in order?
They'd need it badly, because if Simmons could shoot, I'd like Philadelphia to get out of the Eastern Conference, but he can't, and he doesn't. And guys, it's not even just shooting the three-point shot. I think a lot of people nowadays, they hear analytics and they think, well, that means free throws and three-point shots, right? And nothing else, no mid-range. It's just like in baseball when they heard sabermetrics years ago, Billy Beane, Moneyball, and they thought it means on-base percentage. It's not what it means. It means looking at playing efficiently. So how do you do that? Well, it depends what the rules are, how the game is being called, what kind of shots are contested and by how much, right? They're giving Simmons a 15-footer in. If they're just going to give that to you, take it. Forget about a three-point shot for a second. If Simmons just shot a mid-range, he'd be impossible. But he doesn't. Everything comes in the paint. And nevertheless, he's a great player, a legitimately great player. I thought he was the best defender in the league last year when he was healthy, up to the point he got hurt. I thought he was the defensive player of the year. He's 6'10", guys, and he's a great defender, an energetic defender. And on offense, he's created more open looks from three than anyone since he entered the league. That's actually a fact. And he can do everything except shoot. If he adds a shot to his game, how do you stop Philadelphia?
Let me tell you something, man. I'm a huge fan of Ben Simmons. I think he's a jump shot away from being LeBron James Part 2. This brother 6'10", got a nasty handle, great basketball IQ, tremendous passing skills, an elite defender. He is something special. But that doesn't mean that he's immune to being ignorant from time to time. And to sit up there and to say with a straight face, it's not about shooting, it's about winning. Well, damn it, how do you win? You need to be able to shoot the ball. Now, Kendrick Perkins, you'll appreciate the point that I think you'll appreciate the point that I'm about to bring up. And please put me on that screen because I want to look at Kendrick Perkins when I'm saying this to him. Somebody like you, Kendrick Perkins, if you don't care about shooting, I appreciate that. You were an enforcer. You defended, you rebounded, you made sure guys came into the lane, they was going to feel your presence. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the Paul Pierces of the world and the KGs of the world and the Ray Allens of the world, you know, and to a lesser degree, the Rondos of the world, they can focus on playing together, scoring, et cetera, et cetera. Not that you weren't playing together, but what I'm trying to say is that scoring wasn't necessarily your responsibility. But in today's NBA, where you see the success of teams predicated on guard play and being formidable on the offensive end of the floor. So you are a threat and you're not playing 4-on-5 basketball when you have the ball in your hands. It's something very significant. Now, I'm not talking about Ben Simmons being a marksman and all of a sudden jacking up threes or anything like that. I'm trying to say work on that element of your game where at least you're a threat. And they have to preoccupy themselves with you on the perimeter instead of stepping back into the lane and daring you to take a jump shot. Those are the kind of things that will help elevate the potency of the Sixers offense, which could ultimately lead to them doing exactly what you say it's all about, which is to win basketball games. And that's all I'm saying about Ben Simmons. Be that threat. Work on that one element of your game because everything else is there.
Well, I have to disagree with you guys, and I got to roll with Ben Simmons. I don't see nothing that he said was wrong. He's saying long as we're playing winning basketball, and to your point, Max, he's 6'10", 250 pounds. He's a positionless player. He don't have a position. He's not a guard. He's not a forward. He could play all positions. So with that being said, how about put him on the low block? The man a double team. He has nice post moves on the low block. He got a right hand hook. He has a left hand hook. He can face you up and take you off the dribble. He's an athletic finisher around the basket. How about putting him in high pick and rolls where you have him going up to set the screen, rolling to the basket, and you have Joel Embiid rolling to replace the pick and pop for the jump shot because he's a better shooter. It's ways to implement Ben Simmons into the offense to make Philly offense better without him shooting the damn basketball. Now, when he is pushing the ball, how about the only time that a lot of the times when he is pushing the ball, he's pushing it in transition. So he's thinking getting downhill anyway. And if you come and collapse, like you said, he's great at kicking it out. So I'm with Ben Simmons. He don't have to shoot the ball in order for the 76ers to be successful because he brings so much value in other areas that it could make up for it. And by the way, like I said, he's 6'10", 250 pounds. Put him on the block. He got nice post moves. If they come in double, kick it out. You got shooters around you now, and you just go from there.
They have another guy who can do that named Joel Embiid. Here's the problem.
He could do it, but do he want to do it?
Success. When you say they can have success, that's one thing. Of course, they're going to have success, but how do you measure success for a team with two transcendent players in their primes and a GM now like Morey who's surrounding them with shooting and efficient scoring and guys who can defend? Success should be a championship. They're not going to do it if Simmons doesn't shoot for one important reason. They will put him in the dunker spot, as they have in the playoffs. You want Simmons with the ball in his hand. And the problem is a guy with that kind of court vision, passing ability, handles at his size, everything. He's like a basketball genius. He needs the ball in his hands. You want the ball in his hands, but you can't put him in that position if he can't shoot at all in the playoffs when those paint points aren't so easy to come by.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.